The success formula no one can take from you. There comes a moment in every person's life when the noise becomes louder than the dream. A moment when doubt whispers more convincingly than hope, when comfort disguises itself as safety, and when ordinary begins to feel acceptable. Most people surrender in that moment. They lower their expectations, shrink their ambitions, and convince themselves that life simply wasn't meant to be extraordinary. But you are not listening to these words because you were born to settle. Deep inside you lives a force that refuses to accept an average existence. It is the same force that pushed explorers beyond the edge of known maps, the same force that inspired inventors to see possibility where everyone else saw impossibility. It is the invisible fire that has transformed ordinary men and women into legends throughout history. Success is not reserved for a chosen few. It is not hidden behind family names, perfect timing, or lucky circumstances. Success begins in a place that no one can steal, no market can crash, no criticism can destroy, and no failure can erase. It begins inside your mind. Everything you see around you existed as a thought before it became reality. Every bridge, every company, every masterpiece, every revolution, every invention was once invisible. Before the world could touch it, someone had to believe in it. That is the success formula no one can take from you. The world trains people to chase results while ignoring the source of every result. People obsess over money but neglect value. They admire confidence but avoid discipline. They celebrate victory but fear sacrifice. They want the harvest without respecting the seasons of planting. Nature has never worked that way. A seed spends weeks hidden beneath the soil before anyone sees the first sign of life. During that invisible season, something extraordinary is happening beneath the surface. Roots are spreading. Strength is developing. Life is preparing itself for growth. Your life follows the same law. The greatest transformation often happens when nobody is watching. Never confuse invisible progress with no progress. History proves this truth again and again. Failed thousands of times before creating the light that illuminated the modern world. People laughed, doubted, and questioned his persistence. Yet every failed experiment carried him one step closer to success because he refused to let temporary defeat become permanent failure. Failure never defeated him. Quitting would have. The same principle shaped. Experts insisted his vision could never work. Powerful voices declared that horses would always dominate transportation. Logic argued against him. Tradition stood in his way. Yet vision always sees farther than opinion. Every generation calls impossible what the next generation calls obvious. The difference is not intelligence. The difference is belief. Belief is one of the most misunderstood forces in the world. People think belief is wishful thinking. It is not. Real belief changes behavior. When you truly believe something, your decisions change. Your habits change. Your standards change. Your relationships change. Your actions begin to align with your vision instead of your fears. That is why belief becomes reality. Your subconscious mind is always listening. Every excuse you repeat becomes another brick in the prison you are building. Every empowering thought becomes another stone in the foundation of your future. Guard your inner conversations. The words you whisper to yourself become the life you eventually live. Stop announcing your limitations. Stop introducing yourself to your own fears every morning. Instead, remind yourself who you are becoming. The mirror should never remind you of yesterday. It should challenge you to create tomorrow. Many people wait until they feel confident before taking action. Successful people understand the opposite. Confidence is born through action. Courage does not arrive before the battle. It appears during the battle. Every difficult decision strengthens the identity of the person making it. Every uncomfortable conversation develops character. Every disciplined morning proves that your future matters more than your feelings. Discipline is freedom wearing work clothes. People think discipline restricts life. In reality, indiscipline destroys possibilities. Every promise you keep to yourself strengthens trust between you and the person you see in the mirror. Every promise you break weakens it. Your relationship with yourself determines the quality of every other relationship in your life. That is why self-respect is earned, not given. You earn it by doing what you said you would do. Not once. Not when motivation appears. But especially when motivation disappears. Anyone can chase a dream while emotions are high. Champions continue when emotions become irrelevant. Imagine an archer aiming toward a distant target. The arrow does not argue with the wind. It adjusts. It stays committed to the destination instead of complaining about the conditions. Life rewards people who learn to adjust without abandoning their purpose. Storms will come. Criticism will come. Unexpected setbacks will come. But none of these decide your future. Only your response does. That is why resilience is more valuable than talent. Talent may open a door. Resilience keeps you walking after the door slams shut. Consider. Before becoming one of history's most respected leaders, he experienced repeated defeats, personal loss, financial struggles, and political failures. Most people would have interpreted those moments as evidence that greatness was impossible. Lincoln interpreted them as preparation. Life was building shoulders capable of carrying enormous responsibility. Sometimes your struggle is not punishment. Sometimes it is preparation. Do not pray for lighter burdens if you refuse to build stronger shoulders. Every challenge carries hidden strength inside it. Every obstacle asks one question. Who are you becoming? The answer is never found in comfort. Gold becomes valuable because it survives fire. Diamonds become brilliant because they endure pressure. Your character is being shaped the same way. Stop asking why life is difficult. Start asking what life is trying to teach you. That single question changes everything. Gratitude is another forgotten secret. People postpone gratitude until achievement arrives. Wise people practice gratitude before success becomes visible. Gratitude shifts attention away from scarcity and toward possibility. A grateful mind notices opportunities that a bitter mind completely ignores. Two people can stand in the same storm. One complains about the rain. The other collects the water. Perspective changes destiny. Every sunrise delivers another opportunity to rewrite the story you have been telling yourself. The past may explain your circumstances, but it never has permission to define your future. You are not trapped by yesterday. You are only trapped by believing yesterday has more power than today. Release the identity that no longer serves you. The version of yourself that created your current limitations cannot create your next level. Growth requires letting old beliefs die. Not because they were evil, but because they have become too small for the future you are meant to build. Every remarkable achievement begins with someone refusing to accept inherited limits. When imagined worlds no one had ever seen, countless people dismissed his ideas as fantasy. Yet imagination has always been the birthplace of reality. The future belongs to those brave enough to picture it before anyone else can see it. Protect your vision. Not everyone deserves access to your dreams while they are still growing. A seed is protected underground until it is strong enough to face the world. Perhaps your vision also needs seasons of quiet growth before public recognition. Keep working. Keep believing. Keep becoming.